Okay, here we go. It's either hero or zero. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think we did okay. Check this out.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason and welcome back to From Tree to Lumber. Well, it was a kind of crazy week. I spent most of it out in the rain putting together the last of the roof for the sawmill shed. I'll go into detail about that maybe in next week's episode. The roofing should be in sometime next week. Hopefully I can have it up or partially up for next Sunday. I didn't really have anything planned for this week's video because of the bad weather, but then I remembered I've got this really weird piece of elm that I cut down from the farm a couple of years ago. So I'm going to load it up onto the sawmill and we'll have a little chat about it. I'm pretty sure this is the strangest piece of wood I have in my entire collection. What it is a piece of elm. The tree had been growing up alongside one of the old sheds at the farm, and unfortunately it died about 2-3 years ago. But this here is where the eavestrough was. So it was right up against the barn, and it actually grew right into the eavestrough and left this crazy mark and just all kinds of nonsense. And then it's got a crotch right here too. So it's pretty cool looking. What I want to do is straighten this thing up on the mill, and I want to just take a slice out kind of horizontally and see what kind of crazy grain is hiding in this thing. It might not be worth doing, I really don't know, but you never know until you cut it, right? Because this tree has grown immediately beside a building for its entire life down at the farm, I think it's probably a good idea to change the blade into something that's a little bit more, shall we say, disposable. I'd say there's a reasonable chance that there's metal in this. At least there's a chance that there's metal in this. If I take it out of the bush, I'm not too worried about it, but this one is coming straight out of, well, a high probability area, so it only takes a second to switch the blade over. The blade that was in there was relatively new and I don't really want to toast it, so I think this is a pretty good idea.
So what I've done is I've propped this end up just a little bit, because when I cut through, this is going to be angled up, so I think it's going to give me like cathedral rings going that way. And if I have this perfectly flat, then it's going to give me straight grain. And I'd rather it had cathedral rings on both sides, you know. There's also a chance it's going to be rotten inside because this does go in a little bit, but hey, I can't sleep at night knowing that I didn't try to do this, right? So let's give it a shot, see what happens. Worst comes to worst, it's just more firewood. But I think there's going to be something cool in there. Okay, here we go. It's either hero or zero. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think we did okay. Check this out. I don't know what it is about elm, but it's got this crazy grain. And it's showing through big time right there. Now right here in the middle, I've got this inclusion, but it only goes in about 1/2 inch. So I'll bet you the next cut will be even cooler on the other side, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, check out all the stuff going on here. Got some spalting, got this bark inclusion, we've got this crazy inclusion running right across, more spalting over here. Pretty neat. So the next question I have is how thick to cut this thing? And I honestly don't have a very good answer for that. I'm pretty sure I'm only going to get one piece from this kind of weirdness going on here, because you know it's not that big of a log. We're getting close to the pith, and this thing here might be deeper than I think it is. So I think what I'm going to do is take it down 2 inches. Okay, I think at 2 inches I'm still going to get some of this stuff. Okay, and hopefully it'll be far enough down that this inclusion isn't gonna keep going to the point where it's rotten in there again. And then I'll also pick up a little bit of this crotch over here. The other option is I could cut it off at like 3/4 of an inch and then like 1.5 inches, just to see if I can get rid of this. But honestly, it's probably better. I'll cut it at like 2 1/4 even. Take a look at the other side and then assess it, and I can always slice it a little bit thinner later, right? I think that's probably the wiser decision, because I think this is really cool. I'm really excited about this. I hope it turns out how I think it will. That looks pretty cool. There's some insect damage on the inside, but that's all natural, right? No problem with that. Just dunk a bit of water. Yeah, that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Hang on. And then this one, it's going to look the same as this, right? That's kind of cool too. But I have a feeling that the best face is this face, only about 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch down, just to get past that. Let me think about that. In the meantime, I'm just going to cut this. I'll cut another 2-inch slab off of this, and we'll dry it up and see what happens. Okay, here's what I ended up with. I'm pretty happy with it too. So this piece is the original. That's 2 inches thick with this big inclusion here. I was gonna just plane 1/2 inch off of that, but you know what? I think I'm gonna dry it first, and then we'll worry about planing it off. So just in case it wants to bend and twist, because it's elm, right? It's gonna wanna move. So we'll just leave that like that, let it dry, and then we'll figure this out. This piece here is also very cool. It's got some insect divots in it, which is kind of neat. There's even an insect still in there. And this piece is kind of cool too. It's 1 inch thick. It's got some spalting, and you know, that would make a nice like sign back or something like that. I do have a cricket, you know, for cutting letters. I can make some signs. That might be a pretty cool little small sign, even with this. So that's 1 inch thick, 1.5 inch thick, 2 inches thick. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Weird piece of wood, gave me some interesting stuff. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I know it was a short video, but a short video is better than no video, right? I've got a lot more of these to come.